Okay, so now that we've finished reconciling the bank statement, and we found 3 transactions on the bank statement, these ones down here that were not in our checking register, and we wrote those down, we notice we still have 3 transactions left. And I'll just kind of explain what's happened with them likely. So if you look at this check 1319 for the college storm deposit, the bank statement went through April 30th. So my guess would be that the college does not deposit their checks every day. Maybe they do it every 2 weeks, or maybe they do it, once a month. And so, you got to just know that that one's still floating out there somewhere, right? And so this one we're going to leave unchecked. In fact, what I like to do is highlight these when I reconcile them. I actually get a real highlighter, and I'll go like this in my register to remember that that one could still be out there floating. And then I actually use a different code up here. Instead of a check, I use an exclamation point when I do the next step. But don't do that right now. I'll show you when to do that in just a moment. But I'm just previewing what I do. This next one here, April 20th. Wait, this is April 30th? And they do not have my paycheck? What do you suppose happened? Yeah, the bank teller probably made an error, and they probably took your whole paycheck and put it in Miss Toucher's account. And in the meanwhile, Miss Toucher's didn't know any better. She's like, oh, I got all this money in my account. And she goes on a shopping spree. Okay? Yes, she does. And if she doesn't, she'll get petty larceny, right? Which is theft under 1,000. So she'll get a criminal charge, and the teller will probably get fired. Banks have no patience for errors. Banks are like, you guys seen Harry Potter? You know how like those little gremlin guys are like always mean and grouchy? That's how bankers are. Okay, so if you work for a bank, they're going to fire you for making this mistake. Okay, I actually did this for a bank once. It was horrible. 8 hours a day, just keying transactions that people made. I was like, It was horrible. But after 8 hours of doing that, do you think you make some mistakes? Yeah. So here it is. And this has happened to me before. I have had my paycheck deposited in someone else's account, and I've had someone else's paycheck deposited in my account. Another mistake that's happened is like, let's say this my basic internet for 33, right? Let's say this one was actually 33.36, but the bank had it in as 33. That's another reason you got to do this. Then you got to call the bank, because when you open your account, nobody read it. Remember, there were terms and conditions? And in those terms and conditions, you said you agreed. You signed a legal contract. You said, I will report to the bank when I find errors. And you're also agreeing, when you have a bank account, that you're on top of this and you do this every month. It could. A little bit. Miss Toucher and I probably get to that point. She says 11 cents close enough. Right. Good. Yeah. Okay. All right. For me, I'm like, something is wrong. Something's floating out there, and it's going to hit my account, and I spent money I don't remember, and I'm going to be in deep trouble and have $300 in overdraft fees. All right. So that deposit, that could be that. Oh, by the way, this ATM fee, could that also be fraud? Like somebody's got a card skimmer your account since you didn't put it over here. So that might be oh no, I didn't spend money, right? That might be I better call the bank. That could be fraud because I did not pull that money out. And if they tell you it's from this one way back here, then you're good, because they'll have it linked. But you have to call your bank and talk to them. Okay. All right. And then this boats are fun. Check 430, 1330. For you bought a boat for $715. How come that's not on here? No, you wrote it down. Yeah, it hasn't cleared yet. It's still out there floating around. Okay. So now that we did this, the last step to reconciling the account is we add up all the deposits that are missing. We add up all the payments that are missing. And then from the ending bank balance, which is right here, see how you got the beginning and ending balance? The ending balance is $439.24. You're going to add up all the deposits that are missing in your register. You're going to add up all the payments that are missing in your register. You're going to subtract the payments in your register from that ending balance. And you're going to add the deposits to that ending balance. And that amount should then match that amount. Okay, so I'll show you. And normally on the back of a bank statement, it's this thing that you're seeing. Let me zoom out so you can see it a little better. This thing is on the back of your bank statement. It's a reconciliation sheet, and it helps you do it. So it says balance on the bank statement. So we're going to put 439.24. Don't need dollar signs. Okay, and then it says deposits that are not shown on the bank statement. How many were there? Deposits? One. How much was it? 1206.78. Okay, go ahead and type that in. What's the date? The what? Okay, it was on April 20th. Okay, and the total deposits from above. Now, if I had more than one deposit, I'm going to put those there, and then I'm going to add them up. Okay, but since we only have one, we know the total, which is what? 1206.78. Okay, so then it says to take your total deposits from above and add it to your ending bank balance, which was 439.24 plus 1206.78, and that is 1,646.02. Okay, if you had more than one deposit, you would add them here and then get a different total, and then add that to your ending balance here. Okay. Now, now we accounted for that transaction in your register. Yes, no. Okay, so go back to your register. Go find the deposit. Where's the deposit? There it is. And now I like to use an exclamation point. Why an exclamation point? And then what do I do? Why do I highlight it? It's still floating out there and it hasn't hit my bank yet. And I'm still working on it, right? That's what I like to do. All right. So now we got the 1206.78 accounted for. Now it says checks written or withdrawals that are not on the bank statement. So now we got to get our other two. So this first one was 1319, yeah, for $350. So let's do 1319, and let's go ahead and do $350. Okay, and our next one up here, huh? Okay, I'm gonna do. Now I got that in there, so I'm gonna put the exclamation. And then the last transaction I've got left is boats are fun for $715, and that's also a check. So I'll do 1323 for $715. That's the check number. And if you wanted to, you could just do check. You could write check. But for me, I know that's a check, so I don't need to write that down. So now it says to total the, oops, and I just noticed a typo. This should say withdraw subtotal. I've missed that the last 3 times I taught this. Oops. So you go 350 plus 715 is 1065. We're almost done, guys. Okay.
Paige was in your last class, right?
Yes. Uh-oh. Okay. 1065. Okay. It says total withdrawals from this table and the lines above. Okay. And so, well, we already did this. So I just, actually, this is a mistake. So these two, I did put it there. I just have this row left. So this is still 1065. Oh, no. Okay. So no, that was right. I had it wrong. So this 1065, I wasn't paying attention. This does go right here. Okay. And so this withdrawals, this should say deposit subtotal from above. So this just has you rewrite it. I didn't mess up. I misread that. Okay, so that's 1646.02. Okay, so now you take that 1646.02 and you subtract the 1065. Was it 02? And I mistyped it. I've been doing that all day. I don't make mistakes. It is 02. I screwed up. Okay, and then you subtract the 1065 from it. Whoa, I messed something up here. 1646.02 minus 1065, 581.02. Now, last step is to see if that matches what you got on your checking register balance. Does it match? Yeah. Guess what, guys? Turn it in. We